Hello everyone and welcome back for episode 2 of season 2 of RimWorld A12. Last episode, we landed. We got our room started getting set up, mining out a little bit. Most of this was already open, we just walled it in, roofed it up. Had our first raid where Saucery used her power claws to rip Grub's left arm off. And then she dragged him back, and, well, he's in a small little prison now. So let's get going. Now I'm thinking for a mountain base, that reminds me, we need to start on research. So production, steel research bench. That should be the last bit of steel over here. Now since we are on a mountain base, it can be a little bit more difficult to heat and cool rooms. So what we're going to probably try and want to do is, let's see, it is, I'm just missing it, aren't I? Temperature control. This will let us build actual heating duct systems thanks to a mod I use. Now, are any of these beds worth really saving? We have a lot of normal beds. We'll probably save those. Not that one. No. Uninstall that bed. Uninstall. Was there just the 2 normal beds? Okay, there was 3. So that means we need to make 5 more. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Don't want them blocking the door with the bed. And then we can just reinstall these normal beds right inside the rooms. I like how they added that with furniture. You don't have to be constantly, well, rebuilding things. You can actually just install stuff, remove it now. Am I missing a bit? Oh, there it is. I did the layout differently on these two. It'll be fine. I'm going to tag these beds for deconstruction. Now right away this will help get rid of the whole disturbed sleep, things like that. Excellent! Grub is fully healed from sleeping on the floor. As much as one can be after having their left arm basically just ripped clean off their body. Plans for this episode? Probably want to get power running. Oh. Amber is idle, which is to be expected. Nothing to mine on this big chunk. Nothing to mine here. Tell them to haul these little bits of metal in. Like I said, the more of this we can get in, the better. Fort Turtle shell wall. That is hilarious. I'm actually going to tell them to deconstruct this. So I want that Fort Turtle shell. I'm not sure if we're going to get any of it spawn right away. We might have to buy some, or they'll come in off the map from an event. I need to double check what biome they come in. Probably. Yeah, definitely. Just for OCD's sake, all this has to go. And leave one chunk here, one chunk there, one chunk there, just to keep roofs from collapsing. The last thing we want to happen is have our people die from a roof caving in on their heads. Got people coming in, going to sleep. Jubia and Amber out there mining away. Probably gonna build a wall somewhere in here, bring this whole area in. See, Saucery had a 5% chance to recruit him right there. As his mood gets up from mostly convinced by Warden, we'll have higher and higher chances. I'm actually going to turn it off on Saucery because Toy has a much higher social skill, and it'd be easier for her to recruit him. Haul all this out, just to get it out of the way. See, I'm glad we set that, we left a support beam there because we have this limestone roof, or rock roof, that if it collapsed, it could, well, kill somebody. Zach already died in the last playthrough from something falling on his head, even if it was a trap. We don't want that happening again. They're making quick work of all this. We got a lot of good miners in this game, or in this playthrough. And they'll haul it quickly over here. Probably need to expand the dumping area. Just expand it out this way. There we go. We actually have a little bit of copper up here. Might mine that out in a little bit. I accidentally paused it for a sec. tear down this steel right here, just to get it taken care of. Oh, and see, they've brought in some of that fort turtle shell. A metallic shell that's harvested from the fort turtle, light but strong. This organic super material used for building various products. Now, I know we can use that to make structures, as we can see from that wall. I'm pretty certain, though, I can use it to make clothing, armor, stuff like that, which would be far more effective than, well, anything we could use just by growing cloth and stuff like that. Okay, good. They tore this down, and just for OCD's sake, we're going to remove the floor. Doesn't really do anything. Toy failed to recruit grub, 8% chance. We might be working on that for a little while. I'm going to turn that into a little no-roof area. I forgot that they changed that. That you can actually get rid of rock rubble roofs now without making them collapse. So, mine this out, mine that out. Mine that out too. Get that, and then we'll start... Three regular steel walls, shooting port. 3 regular steel walls, shooting port. 3 steel walls, 3 steel walls, shooting port. Nope. Another shooting port. And then put a steel auto door in. So we're going to start putting different power things back here. That'll work. So we're going to go here. Yeah, we're going to expand our home area just to encompass all this. It'll automatically do it in a minute once the stuff gets starting built, but for now this will be fine. And then we're going to want to, like I said just a moment ago, expand this to a no roof area. Just to, that way it won't be blocked, or it won't block the wind turbine. Haul things out of here. Power. Actually, I think I'm going to go with solar power. Space them out just a little bit. Now it's... That way we don't have to worry about it being as finicky as wind power, but at the same time we won't have power at night. Actually, don't deconstruct the door he's behind. That'd be bad. But we do want to deconstruct our regular doors. I'm going to put in auto doors for all of them. Just to help with movement. I'm also going to build a couple batteries. Oh, we have a mad animal. A local mega scarab. It's over where? Here? I'm going to have Sasori go beat that down. Where'd it go? Wandering mega scarab. Madden mega scarab. Okay. Sasori, go kill that. You're basically going to be pest disposal. Lone raider disposal. Now that shield doesn't... There we go. She basically crushed it. She just completely crushed it. So we're going to have her just haul that back to base. We got solar power going up. They deconstructed all the doors. So, wood... what's our resources at? We have a lot of steel, actually. So we're going to build steel auto doors. Now, they do move a little bit slower than wood auto doors, but it's negligible. Got the batteries going up, solar panels going up, power lines set in. So we'll start generating power. Right now, the doors do move a little slow, if only because we don't have power running to them. Awesome, we have our little fortification set up over on this side. So now I'm far less worried about attacks coming from here. Well, I'd say far less worried. If we had the turret like last time, that'd be amazing. Did the power line get cut? I think it did. Yeah. Power line got cut right there, so that'll provide power over there. And we got power generation. I'm gonna chop these cacti down for a little bit of wood. Same thing with that one. They're hauling in all this stone from over here I told them to get. Probably going to be a slow episode unless something happens, like a raid. I'm not complaining about that. You know what? We need to clean up some. So I'm going to put clean on 1. So those that can haul are going to pull this stuff in. I think Amber and Emmykins, yeah, they can't clean either, so they're just going to be lazing around if there's nothing to do. Well, Emmykins can do research. She has, too smart. No, actually, that's global learning. That's not, research, but she does have decent research. We need to get an arts table up sometime soon. Yep. I'll go ahead and have them haul in, all this slag, some of this other stuff. And it probably wouldn't hurt to... I'm actually going to build a wall right here. Just so they can't come running up through here. They've got to come through this area. And then I'll build sandbags here, or more defensive structures. Security. Where am I going? Sandbags. There we go. Now we're not going to build any more traps this time because, unlike what I had thought, traps can still kill colonists. I could have sworn there had been a change made to where traps could not kill colonists. We're going to set up some little barbed wire right there just to slow people down. It doesn't cost much in the way of resources, so why not? Just clear this out. Kind of like how in the olden days, whenever there was a fort built, they would clear out all the trees around it in a big area, just to keep people from using them as cover or hide on their approach. I mean, we're off to a good start. Food's already starting to hurt just a little bit. Once we get these potatoes growing, that'll be nice. Toys, going for a walk. Alright, good. They're starting to put up the barbed wire. It'll help slow people down coming through here. Give us a couple more moments just to rush to the sandbags. I'm also, you know what? I'm going to build a steel wall right here. That'll be for my melee people to hide behind as the enemy approaches. And then once they hit the sandbags, my guys can just come rushing out around it and kind of swarm them. Amber's running out. She's building up the... What's Jubia running off to grab? Oh, still some more concrete down there, I guess. We got all the fort turtle shell in, which will be really nice for later. Once temperature work is done, what we're really going to want to do is get terrain rehabilitation, get a growing zone up as fast as possible. That's the other thing about a nice mountain. We've got plenty of room to build those little growing chambers. I'd love to get some animals too. Alpacas, fort turtles, stuff like that. Idle colonist. Zach. He can't do much if I remember right. He can do research, but there's no busy task he can do. That's alright. It probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and start getting some growing chambers already kind of prepped. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 by 11, correct? Yeah. And it was a 5 by 11 and then a 9 by 9, I believe. Yeah. Yep, 5 by 11, 9 by 9. Okay, grub's starting to kind of fall below the recruitment threshold. Worn out apparel, ugly, cramped, imprisoned, ate off ground, in darkness. Got a lot of stuff working against him. We're digging this out like crazy because of a bunch of good miners. It'll be a little while before we can turn this into a proper growing zone. But, hey, we're going to need it, so... So, let's see. Beacon would go there. Walls there. Auto door. I'm not going to build the beacon just quite yet. Just wanted to make sure it's in the right zone. And like I said, they're just going to work on that. It's done, so... Really, right now, we're just waiting on research, which Amber's slowly chugging along on. Jubia's wandering around with something to do. No one's gone and cut that tree down, so I'm going to go ahead and put regular priorities back on. someone gonna go cut that tree? Zach can't cut. Saucery can't cut. Amy can't cut. Jubia can't. E can't. Come on, surely there's somebody. Toy can't. Amber can't. Okay, not a single person. Oh, I just don't have it enabled. My bad. I know a lot of people they weren't able to because of just different traits and backgrounds, but I was like, are you serious? None of them can do anything? We have a bunch of idle colonists right now. That is not good. So we're going to go have them start mining all this out. A lot more steel we're going to need, especially for a mountain base, just for different reinforcements. They're going to start coming over here hauling that real quick. Our dumping stockpile is also filled. So I'm going to set up another one over here. That'll work. Unpause it. Like I said, they'll go haul all that stone over there once they finish with this mining. Uh-oh. Oh. I heard the sound. I was checking the timer, and it was just Tori failed to recruit grub. Usually that sound denotates an event, and I thought a roof had collapsed. I thought someone had probably just died or been crushed. So, I'm a little happy to see that wasn't the case. Now, we've already eaten 100 of our meals. I mean, with 8 people to feed, we're going to go through meals pretty quickly. Well, the timer just went off. Slow and eventful episode. I think I'm going to drag it out a minute or... Well, everyone's going to sleep. So I think this is going to be end of episode 2. Thanks for watching, everybody.